Alrighty. So, Dark Mage, Leo, Statline, Ludwig. Is he going to actually be good? Is he cleave, aggro, standard?
Now that you've met me, do you feel starstruck?
That's kind of a weird line.
How can I play with you? Oh, did I take it too far?
I like the sound effects.
Now, who's up for an experiment?
Wait, is his S3 a passive? Wait, he's two
From
soul
being a child
burns.
prodigy to now as the last surviving Nocturne.
Okay, now we don't need a hero story. Oh, crit chance imprint? Oh, hell yeah. I have 6 Ludwigs I've gotten from Mystic Banners. Oh, I'm hype. Okay. So his S3 acquires 3 souls, 4-turn cooldown. Attacks all enemies with essence. When someone uses a soul burn, increases combat readiness of the caster by 20% and penetration rate of this skill by 30%. Can stack up to 2 times. Anytime anyone uses soul burn, so ally or enemy. And it gets 60% pen. And it's an AoE, right? Wow, this is perfect in my current team comp that I use. Oh my god.
Handle this?
Wait, this is literally perfect for how I play right now. Oh my god, what are the odds? Wait, is he literally perfect for my team? Okay. Skill 2. Attacks the enemy with powerful mana before granting increased hit chance and skill nullifier once to the caster, so 3-turn cooldown. Increased hit chance, by the way, that's a huge deal. And skill nullifier once to the caster. Soulburn extends duration of buffs granted by 1 turn and grants an extra turn. Oh. Yeah, so you get increased hit chance and skill null and then get an extra turn into his S3. This has a cooldown, so you can't spam it, I guess? Wait, unless. Does this give an extra turn? Oh my god. Increases attack for 1 turn, extends the duration of buffs, and grants an extra turn. Oh my god. So, you can just give him a turn, right? Let's say you have book on him and book on an ally. He soul burns his S1, or he soul burns his S2, then his S1, then his S3. And hell, you could even soul burn his S2 again if you had 60 souls. Just for extra damage on that initial hit. And then into skill 3. So he's a one-man full soul burn spam, essentially. He's the only character to ever get 2 soul burns. Belian completely crushes him, obviously. He's a full-on cleave character. He doesn't work against anti-crit. So he's completely useless versus, like, Emolandi. Like, not useless, but, like, he's not good versus it. He doesn't have any sort of anti-revive mechanics. He does have an anti-evasion mechanic, and we're getting the sleep buff to make it so it's anti-evasion. So I think that Aiden is going to be in a lot of trouble. But Aiden hasn't really been a huge problem recently for a lot of cleave teams, but I think that, okay, well, what's really big is that his skill 3, the fact that it increases combat readiness is crazy, because that means somebody else can push him up. So he doesn't have to be insanely fast. And he has crazy high attack as well, so you can just build insane damage on him. Soulburn Zeo time to bridge him. Yeah, you can even use weak Soulburns like Zeo Soulburn, that's really true. You could build him in a couple different ways. You could build him slow enough that you need 2 Soulburns to push him up. Or you could build him really fast that he combos immediately after another soul burn. Yeah, and enemies who soul burn also affected, but how often is your opponent really soul burning and then you're going to use Ludwig, right? I know it works against all soul burns, or it works with every soul burn, but like, if your opponent soul burns, he's probably screwed, right? Like, it's kind of rare that he's going to even get a turn because he's a full DPS cleave character. So they're trying to make a cleave character. I think he has a ton of potential. I personally have been spamming book holders recently with Spectre Tenebria. I even used some Milim. I'm building Roy. They're all book holders. Zeo, obviously. Like, I've been using a lot of books recently. And I think he pairs pretty perfectly. It's really true, though. Zeo Soulburn, it's only 10 souls. And will instantly push him up and give him one of those stacks. And he holds his own book, which is really good. Yeah, Caesarea Free Soulburn would also work. Leafy's Soulburn would also count. It's any Soulburn, so it doesn't say uses souls. It works either way. We have to know the damage multiplier, but a 60% pen on an AoE is insane. Because think about it this way, Emma, Landy, and Rylet, they have a 70% soul burn. Think about that. 70%, and he's only 10% less, and this is AoE on a character with an insane base attack, 1400. And he even has crit chance imprint. So if you have full crit chance imprint on this guy, and you have really good damage gear on him, he could be kind of insane. Being able to start with 32% crit chance and 1400 attack. I think this unit is going to be maybe really big for Cleve. The thing is, this is one of those characters that he's purely about numbers. If he's really high numbers, he's insane. If he's bad numbers, then he's not good, right? But I think that the fact that he's a full dump for souls is really unique and interesting. We haven't really had a character that works like this. We have characters like Spectre, Sneaver, and Millum that can keep spamming their soul burn to get extra turn to do damage. But he's actually like a combo where you like soul burn skill 2, then soul burn skill 1, then you could soul burn skill 2 again if you still have more souls, and then soul burn and then skill 3, right? If his S3 stacked more than twice, that would be like disgusting. But I can actually see a lot of people possibly using him. The fact that he pushes up with the soul burn is really huge. I'm actually kind of excited to play this unit. I hate the fact that it's Ludwig, because I kind of wish it was somebody else. Why can't it be like ML, I don't know, Ran or somebody that has something cool like this? But I think I really want to pull this, actually. It's actually good that he's Dark Element, because he has a higher chance to crit MO Landy. Because she has 70% anti-crit, but against a dark unit, she only has 55% anti-crit, so I guess that helps a little bit. He seems really fun to work with my team. I also use characters like Elagos all the time that have a soul burn. So Elagos would soul burn his S3, which would push Ludwig up, which is awesome, because then Ludwig would one-shot anyone who got soul burned by Elagos. This is potentially really good. Don't complain when you have full triple S for him. I mean, hey, look... I didn't think that he would actually be interesting. A lot of us were thinking he would deal with like elements and all sorts of other stuff, but it turns out he's a lot more simple. He's actually a really simple character, just I do damage, I hit hard. But what's important to note is the fact that he's able to give himself hit chance and attack buffs. So he's very self-sufficient in terms of buffs. He's just not self-sufficient in terms of soul burns exactly. He gives 20 souls to the team because you're probably going to be using book on him, but it's really about comboing him with fast characters that soul burn. So you really have to pre-ban Belian, which a lot of Cleave players already do. You probably want to pick characters like Spectre Tenebria and stuff like that. You probably want to pick Zio. I think that he has a lot of use there. I still think you might get comboed or AoE'd to death by Euphene and friends and stuff like that. But that said, if his numbers are big, I mean, hey, he could be really good. I think you might even run him on Pen set. No, Torrent set. You're going to run him on Torrent set. 100% Torrent. I was thinking Pen for his skill 1 and skill 2 because they're single attacks, but Torrent's also going to affect his skill 3. So you need to just go like giga damage. Run him with Elena. Elena doesn't quite work because she gives most of the souls after. She gives the souls after you AoE. So I guess if you had a character that AoE'd into Elena, then she would give the souls, then you could soul burn her or something into Ludwig. You could do that as well. Destro Torrent? It might be Destro Torrent, yeah. I think it definitely might be Destro Torrent. I think that might be what we see. His S2 sucks. I don't know if I agree with that. Depending on the situation, you either soul burn S1 to give attack buff, then skill 2, or you skill 2, then skill 1 if there's like a character with evasion or something like that. But yeah, I think Destro Torrent is going to be the main way. What is he doing? He eats a flan? Alright, I actually like that lobby animation. That's actually a banger.
Thank you.
That's completely random. Like, what does this have to do with the character? But if we look at the combat demo, yeah, like, look, they have a book holder, they have Caesarea, they have a fast double soul burn unit, and they got Ludwig, right? He pushes up, then he pushes up again because of Caesarea. She does her little S2. We don't care about that. We just want to see Ludwig big boom. Let's see the damage. Come on, come on. No, this isn't a Summertime Series show. Don't even skill 3 with her. You're gonna make Ludwig not look as good. Okay, let's see his skill 1 damage. So it only did 4,400 damage. I'm gonna be real, that's trash. She's usually built really tanky, but he didn't have attack buff either. He's not even good at skill 2. We don't get to see it here.
Oh, did I take
How much damage does this do? 13,000 to the Proof Angel of Light, 12,300 to her, 17,000 to the Landy, 1,400 to her. It's hard to tell because Smilegate, like, what if these are like the squishiest characters ever? I mean, it's a big nuke finisher though, like that's huge. So I guess we'll have to see. Okay, let's look at the next game. Yeah, Oxlots, I was thinking probably a lot of people are gonna Oxlots with him. Oh, he does pair, look at this team. Oh man. Wait, he just did 16,000 damage with his skill 2. It seems to hit pretty hard. And then 6,200 to them, and they had Escort. It did 6,200 S1 with Escort. So then they get the souls, then he goes for another soul burn. He could actually skill 2 again, not that he wants to. He obviously wants to S3, but... And he has the extra hit chance for Aiden here, too. Look, let's see the damage. Oh, I thought that said 3,200. Did he just do 32,000 damage to Aiden? She doesn't have Escort anymore. But, I mean, I'm gonna be real, that's insane damage. That's crazy damage. Now, the one thing to note is at the beginning of this match, I'm gonna guess he's like 180 speed. That's my guess. It's probably like 180 speed. But also, we don't know how well these are built, but I think that he has a lot of potential. I think people with crazy good gear are going to be able to make Ludwig that just one-shots like every single team. So I think we'll have to see. Zero Defect City Selector, I don't know if he would be selectable in it, or if they're going to wait a long time for that to come out, but... very interesting. Okay, well, I think they've sufficiently convinced me, and I think I'm going to try him out. Well, you got me, Smilegate. Fine. You got me. I'll try him with my team. Let's do it.